All right, there we go. Hello, hello. How is everybody tonight? Sorry, I'm running a bit behind, everybody. Just, it's been one of those days. I had to work at my part time job today, so I have been absolutely scrambling all day. Mic check, audio check. Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello. Everything seems frozen on my end. I can't see if the chat's running. Hello, can anybody hear me? Hello, testing, testing. Oh, there goes the chat. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing, testing. There we go. Oh, we got a super chat. Hey, thanks for the 10. Thank you. Hello, hello. Yep. I'm here. Why are we here? To have a good time. That's why we're all here. Let's see here. What was that super chat? 10. Sam, most definitely Sam. Thanks for the 10. Help. Olivia trapped me down here and took my body. She stole historic travels. Take her out and give me back power to my channel. I'm the one that looks like Olivia. So wait, is this Olivia? I can't tell. Is this Olivia or is this a imposter? Is this an? Or no? Oh, wait. Is Olivia saying that? Oh, Olivia's trying to frame me. I see what's happening here. Well, you see, there's a problem with that. I'm right here, so I couldn't have possibly done anything. Olivia, thank you for the 10. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How is everybody tonight? Giggles, I like the glasses. Thanks so much. Yeah, I typically wear contacts, but like I don't know what happened, but seriously, it was a couple of days ago, and I was at, like I put my contacts in the early morning, and then as I was going to work, I'm like, huh, my eye hurts. And then when I got to work, no joke, it was like my eye was on fire. I mean, it hurt so bad that like I took the contact out and then I lost it. I'm like, oh. So then I went that whole day. I had to take the other contact. And then when I got home, I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm out of contacts. So I had to order some. So yeah, I'm rocking the glasses for a while. I typically only wear glasses right before I go to sleep. T-Ball 2, thank you so much. Week 4 of requesting the Titanic watch long. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Listen, guys, I have been listen, I have been so busy. You have no idea. I've been scrambling. Lusitania 6 is coming along. I'm a little bit over halfway done. You have no idea how long I worked on it last night. But it's making progress. So worst case scenario, I'll have it up sometime tomorrow. So stand by for that. But I have been working like crazy, guys. I'm sorry the uploads have been a little bit slower lately. Let's see here. Titanic guy. Have you heard of the Roy Mangot Titanic theory? It's probably how the Titanic broke in half and sank. Look it up on YouTube. Isn't that wasn't the Roy Mangot one? Was that, I always forget the names, but was that the one where they talk about the tower pieces or was that something else? I always forget all the different terminologies for that. Let's see here. Love Jurassic World. Hola, I'm new here with everyone and you because I'm sick at the moment. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but welcome to the live stream. Hope you feel better, man. Let's see, Cody. Today is the anniversary of the Empress of Ireland. I am aware of that. I couldn't get over that when I saw it pop up my feed. Today is the anniversary of the Empress of Ireland. Very sad. Let's see, Henry 5. Thank you so much. If one of the Olympic class liners are going on display and we're in charge of where you would display. If one of the Olympic class were going on display and we're in charge of where you would display it, where would you display it? I would put it in Belfast. Okay. Your English was a little out there. Okay. I can't kind of understand what you're saying. So you're saying that if they were going to put the Olympic class on display, where would I display it? Either Belfast, Southampton, Liverpool. That's another good option. Queenstown, that would be a good candidate. Or how do you say it now? Cobh, Cobh. I forgot. I don't know how you properly say it. New York City. All those places would be good. You know, if you're gonna put an Olympic class liner on display or any ship from that period, you know, put them where the ships operated. You know, I always thought, and like nothing against Long Beach or anything, but I always thought it was kind of odd that the Queen Mary was in Long Beach. I always thought I'm like, I wonder why they decided to put the Queen Mary there. Like it surprised me that LA bought the Queen Mary and not like New York or something. You know, nothing against LA or California. It just seemed out of place, you know, when I first learned about it. Cove is how you say it. Okay, cool. Thanks, Captain Alex. Let's see. Bodie 5. Hey, Olivia. Hey, Olivia. There's Olivia. Welcome back to the stream. How would the Titanic sink be different How would the Titanic sink be different if there was a 24-hour watch in the wireless room for the Carpathia, the Samson, and the California. Where was the Samson? I'm not familiar where exactly that was. But if there was a 24-hour watch, the Carpathia and all that, it wouldn't play out that differently. With the Californian, though, the radio operator would have heard the Titanic's distress call and headed straight towards the ship. The only question is with the Californian, because 24-hour radio watch, I really think that would have only made a huge difference with the Californian. I don't think there were any other ships close enough that didn't respond to Titanic's distress call. But with the Californian, I think they could have made it there on time. It's just the ultimate question is, would the ice field have slowed them down? That's the whole thing. Like, were they surrounded by ice and, all that situation? Like, what were the sea conditions around the Californian? Because we do know they were stopped for the night, but could they proceed towards the Titanic? That's the ultimate question. But yeah, I don't think it would have changed anything all that much with the exception of the Californian. And if it could get to the Titanic, it would have had a much easier time to get there. And it might have been able to make it to the Titanic before the ship sank. That's my quick hypothesis. Let's see here. DJ, hey, Sam, how did you get into researching the Titanic? When I was a little kid. So around 7 or 8 years old, it was when the 97 movie came out. And basically what happened was, I've told this story so many times, but I went to my grandparents' house and they had the movie on TV. And it was the scene where Lightoller asked Captain Smith, should we put the women and children into the boat, sir? And Smith said yes. And I'm like, what is that? And my mom or my grandpa, one of them said, Sam, that's Titanic. I'm like, what's Titanic? And then you all know the rest. But that's my interest with Titanic has been ongoing ever since I was a little kid. Let's see here. Wait, we got another super chat from Kenna. Kenna, I hope I said that right. Thank you for the 10. Sorry. Kenna says, hey, Sam, I got a question for you. When Titanic's crew spotted the iceberg, she was sailing west. After the ship struck the iceberg, was she facing north or was she facing south? I believe the Titanic's bow on the wreck today is facing just shy of northeast. I'm just very, very slightly northeast, I think. When the Titanic hit the berg, she hit the berg on the starboard side, and the ship kind of went into like an arch or a turn a little bit. And then the engines were re-engaged very briefly. But it seems like that the ship was pointing somewhat north, just shy of north, a little bit northwest. I believe that was the position of the bow during the final stages of the sinking. And we do know that after the ship, like from tank tests, we do know that the orientation of the bow or the direction that the bow was going down wouldn't change that much after the ship left the surface. So, what'd you say? See, I got a question for you. When the Titanic spotted the iceberg, she was sailing west. After the ship struck the iceberg, was she facing north or was she facing south? She was facing north. So the wreck today is just shy of northeast. It's right, not really east, but just a little bit, I think. So it's like the bow turned a little bit on its way to the bottom, I believe. Don't quote me 100% on this, but that's what I think. I think it moved a little bit from northwest to slightly northeast, but not much, just shy of the north mark. But yeah, that's how it's facing today on the seafloor. Thank you for the 10. Hi, Olivia. I spy with my little eye a snow globe. Yes, you do. There's your snow globe. Olivia sent the snow globe. It's part of my set. Thank you for that. Here's your snow globe. It's right here, part of my set. Bada bing, bada boom. I've got that there. Got the Titanic model here. I've got the engine over here. I've got a lamp that I still need a lampshade for right there. I've got Cringy's lamp right here. Listen, my set is being filled up with gifts and stuff that you guys send. So just thank you all so much for that. Super appreciate. And I still have to find stuff for a lot of other stuff. I have stuff that I haven't even set up yet. Back there in the back corner, that's Cat's sign. But thanks so much for that, Olivia. Let's see. Here we got that one. Okay, whoa. Here comes some. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm getting a little bit behind here. Let's see here. Danny, 279. Thank you so much. Will you make a what? Wait. Will you make what if there was no coal fire? Haven't I done that? I feel like I have talked about that before. I mean, maybe I talked about it in passing, but I guess I haven't done a dedicated video on it. Huh. Miracles of the Titanic, the coal fire. No, wait. I think Titanic Honor and Glory did something like that. So I don't like. Well, I don't want to like. They did a. They had a title of a video just like that. So I would have to tell that story. But interesting. I love it. I can't believe I'm sure I've talked about it in passing before, but I've never made a dedicated video on that subject. Danny, thank you so much. That's awesome. I'm gonna add that to the list real quick. Listen, you guys ought to see my script for the next Lusitania episode. Okay. What if there was no coal fire? Titanic. All right, cool. Thank you so much. That's awesome, Danny. But yeah, listen, guys, I had every intention to make the next episode of Lusitania series the last episode, but I was reading this, and I'm like, the more I was reading about the torpedo impact, I was just like, whew, okay, I need another episode. I need another episode because seriously, so much happens in that hour from when U-20 spots the Lusitania, because I believe U-20 spotted the ship at like 1:20 p.m. The torpedo struck at 2:10 p.m. Like, so much happens in that hour that, like, seriously, I have so much that I'm talking about here and just trying to figure it all out, and good grief. So yeah, I'm still working on that, but that's awesome. That's an awesome video topic. But I can't wait to finish that Lusitania episode. I'm actually really I really am happy with how this video is turning out, and I hope you guys like it too when it's done. Let's see here. Olivia 10, thank you. This week's Titanic passenger is, let's see, first class passenger Clarence Moore Clarence. He was a businessman returning to the United States, and he was up playing cards during the collision. He did not survive. That's sad, but I'm not familiar with him. Okay. I will definitely do some research into that, Olivia. Thank you so much for the 10. I really like how you're doing these like little Titanic passenger stuff, you know, like telling these stories. It's really cool. Olivia, thank you for the 10. Hope you're doing well. How's the truck business going, by the way? I've been concerned about our truck drivers out there, just, you know, with everything going on with the rising gas prices. I mean, I'm sure times are tough for the truck drivers, but seriously, the truck drivers are what keeps this country going. So all my respect to them. Everything Julian 10. Hey man, hope you're doing well. Hi Sam, can you do a video on the Eppleton Hall in the maritime dock in San Francisco? Also get my model, please. All right, Julian. Everything Julian is the one who sent me this little Titanic model. There's your model. You can see I'm taking care of it. But let's see here. And do a video on what, Julian? Can you do a video on the Eppleton Hall in the maritime dock in San Francisco? Eppleton Hall. Excuse me. Eppleton Hall. I'm not familiar with that, everything, Julian. Let me see what this is real quick. The Eppleton Hall. Google, copy and paste. Bada bing, bada boom. The Eppleton Hall. Oh, cool. It's a paddle wheel towboat. England, 1914, remains the only intact example of a towboat. It's in San Francisco. Is that true? That thing is really cute. Okay, that thing is really cool. I'm going to post this to the chat. That is really cool. Can you board it? Like, do they still operate it? Or I don't think it's operational. I don't see a paddle wheel there. That thing is really cool. That thing is really cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out, Julian. But yeah, if you want to see the boats right there. But yeah, I'll try to get a video about that someday. Julian, thanks so much for the 10. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Black November 15. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well, man. I recently watched Alive, based on Flight 571 that crashed on the snowy mountains of South America. After 2.5 months, 16 out of the 45 survived by eating the dead bodies. 50th anniversary coming this October. Oh, gosh. I didn't know exactly where it was or when that happened, but I am aware of that. I mean, like, oh, gosh. Can you just imagine how terrible that would be, you know, to even have to think like that, you know? Like, that is one of the most brutal, like, survive a plane crash, and then the only thing you can do to try to save yourself and keep yourself alive is to eat the people who didn't. Oh, that's really brutal. That's hard to even think about and picture. But yeah, I didn't know exactly where. I did hear about it, but I didn't know where it was or anything like that. I didn't know that was 50 years ago. Wow. Anyway, Black November, thank you for the 15. Thanks for sharing that story. I can't even imagine how terrible that must have been. Black November, thank you so much. Danny, 279, thank you. How much money you make per live stream? Curious. Danny, just as a personal rule, I don't really talk about money stuff on here, but I will tell you this. It helps out a lot. You know, doing these live streams every week really does help out because The thing about YouTube is it goes up and it goes down. Some months YouTube will push you like crazy, and then other months it doesn't do anything. So it's just like there have been months where like I do better with the ad stuff, and then there are other months where doing these live streams is the big thing that's kept me going. I mean, it really fluctuates. But yeah, I mean, YouTube is my full-time job, and I wouldn't be able to do this without the support of each and every single one of you. So, I mean, like, just thank you so much. But yeah, it helps. It does help. Sometimes doing the live streams is a good chunk of everything. And then other times it helps. I mean, they fluctuate. Everything fluctuates back and forth. But seriously, without the support of everybody here and everything, I couldn't do this for a job. So guys, just thank you. It's because of all of you. This is a full-time job for me now. So thanks so much, guys. Let's see here. Got that one. Olivia, hey. Let's see here. My truck's alternator broke, so I am in a hotel till Tuesday. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Well, hey, at least you found a hotel. You know, at least you're not stuck in the middle of nowhere. But trust me, I know all about car trouble. I remember, what was it? It was a long time ago. And I know, like, this is back when I was a kid. I think I was 17, 16, well, teenager. But we were my family was taking this big trip, and we were going all the way around the United States. It's like we went up to Michigan, and then we traveled west from there. We went to the Grand Canyon, all that stuff, and then we were looped around and came home. And I remember something happened with our car. Now, this is a distant memory. I don't remember all the details. But I remember we broke down and we were like stuck somewhere, and I think we had to call AAA to come and help us. So that was scary. That was scary. But hey, at least you've got a hotel, you've got a place you can crash. But trust me, car trouble isn't fun. Olivia, thank you for the 5. Hope everything gets fixed soon. Ozzy, 2, thank you. When the bow when it hit the floor is at northeast now. Okay, thanks so much, Ozzy. So it seems like the bow did turn a little bit as it was going down. But was I right when I said that the bow was facing just shy of northwest? I know I heard that somewhere. I think so that means that the bow turned a little bit as it was heading to the bottom, just slightly. And, you know, people also like to talk about how the bow planed forward a little bit due to the hydrodynamic properties. But the only thing about that is it's like for every 5 paces, the bow went down and moved forward 1 pace. So it really didn't move forward all that much. But thanks so much, Ozzy. Thank you for the 2. Let's see here. We got that one. Olivia, thank you for the 3. The snow globe is hand painted. I looked up. Okay, cool. Yeah, I asked you about that. Thanks so much, Olivia. Everything Julian, 5. Thank you so much. Wait, Sam, you cannot board it, but it went transatlantic itself. So wait. That little boat sailed across the Atlantic on its own? Seriously? That's crazy. That's really cool. I need to look into that. Everything Julian, thank you for the 5. Let's see. Patrick, 2. Do a video on John Jacob Astor. It's on the list. I'm definitely planning to do a video on John Jacob Astor, Patrick. Thank you for the 2. Got Cassie! Oh my gosh, Cassie. Seriously, man? Cassie, thanks so much, my friend. Holy cow. Thanks, Cassie. Thanks for the 50, my friend. 3 weeks. I've been okay. So I'm going to try to put in. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Cassie has been working on a Queen Mary documentary here. And so I kind of know a little bit of his mental state at the moment. So I'm going to try to act it out a little bit. I'm going to try to picture what Cassie's thinking or feeling as he's writing this. Cassie said, 3 weeks. I've been working on my documentary for the Queen Mary since her 86th anniversary for her maiden voyage, which was the 27th now, which was May 27th. Now I'm on the reading the script process and close to the editing process. I'm guessing it will be 25 minutes long. I'm dead. Cassie, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Like, seriously, like, if you don't make videos, like, guys, I know a 10-minute video seems like it's not that big a deal to make, but seriously, it is. Like, making a 10-minute video or a 15-minute video is just... So, Cassie, trust me, I know 100% how you feel, my friend. I get how tired you are, and where we've had so many people out at my part-time job, they've been like destroying me with hours. So it's like I've been working, like I should be working 15 to 20 hours a week at my part-time job, but I've been working 25 to 30, which is why my uploading has been so sporadic lately. I work when I can. I work on videos when I can, and listen, it's tough. It's really tough. I mean, it's crazy tough. Kasi, I applaud your efforts. Great job. If any of y'all haven't subscribed to Kasi's YouTube channel yet, be sure you go and do that. Kasi, good luck to you, and I can't wait to see your video, man. Thank you for the support. Super appreciate you. Oh, and by the way, Kasi is the guy who sent that submersible Titanic model I did a video on a while back. Thanks so much, man. Lucas5, thank you. Hi, Sam. Can you please do a video about the Carpathia sinking and what happened to the ship when it sank? It's on the list. I'm definitely going to do a video on the Carpathia and what happened to it after the Titanic and everything. That is definitely going to happen, Lucas. Thank you for the 5. Joshua, 2, thank you. Sam, what happened today 108 years ago? Empress of Ireland. Are you trying to trip me up there? But yeah, today is the 108th anniversary of the sinking of the Empress of Ireland. Let's see, Sky. At least you're not stuck on a train. Oh! You guys have to reference that, don't you? For those of you who are new to the channel, it's an older video on my channel, but last year I got stuck on a train for 40 hours when I was trying to go to Florida. If you would like to go and watch that video, it's on my channel. Okay, we got that one. Got that one. Everything, Julian, 2. Thank you. Yep, it did go on by itself. That's crazy, Julian. Thank you for the 2. All right, here. Maritime history smiley face. What are you smiling for, Maritime? I didn't see your other question. Let's see here. Drift. Hey, Sam. How's it going? Not too bad, Drift. How's it going for yourself? Was it true before the Titanic's departure, there was a law about the number of lifeboats? Was this true? There was a law. There was a law about the number of lifeboats. But you see, the thing is, so it was based on the ship's tonnage. Like any ship that was over a certain tonnage had to have this many lifeboats on board. But the thing is, what you have to remember is the Titanic wasn't special. You know, it wasn't like they went, oh, this ship's unsinkable. It doesn't need enough lifeboats. During this time period, lifeboats weren't thought of in the same way that we think of them now. You know, like the whole idea or the whole thought process around lifeboats in 1912 was that they would only be used as a means to ferry people from one ship to another ship should a disaster show up. They weren't seen as a means to completely evacuate a vessel. So, can I do this? Like, is this gonna maybe this laptop? So let me put it to you like this. So let's say, all right, here's the Titanic. Okay, here's the Titanic and it's sinking and all that fun stuff. All right, Titanic's right here. Let's say, I don't know, the Olympic, okay, arrives at the Titanic's position like that. All right, you can see both ships. And then what they would do, or the whole idea around lifeboats, and just pretend that my little nomadic is a lifeboat. The whole idea is that they would ferry people from one ship to another with the lifeboats, and then they would just go back and forth until an entire ship was evacuated. This is how they thought to use lifeboats back then. The whole thought process was that there were so many ships in the shipping lanes in the North Atlantic that they didn't need enough lifeboats to evacuate everybody on board. That wasn't the thing at the time. That wasn't the thought process at the time. But yeah, so that's the whole thing. You know, there were laws in place, but lifeboats they weren't thought of in the same way. And this whole idea of launching lifeboats in this fashion worked with another White Star liner a few years before Titanic. The ship was called the Republic. And it didn't have enough lifeboats for everybody on board. But using this whole ferry system and with the wireless and everything, they were able to get everybody off the ship, with the exception of the people who died in the collision. Then another ship hit the Republic, if I'm remembering correctly. And the people who died in that were killed when the ship hit it, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right about that? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not an expert on the Republic. But yeah, so that was the whole thing with lifeboats. And Titanic wasn't special in the fact that it didn't have enough lifeboats for everybody on board. Let's see here. All right. Okay. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Look who's here. Okay. Captain I haven't even read the other super chats. Schettino is here. I'm out of prison and ready to watch some click. Schettino. Okay. Okay, that was funny. That was funny. I did not see that coming. That was hilarious. And now there's a smudge on my glasses. That was funny. I did not see that coming. So anyway, hey, Schettino. So listen here, man. Now that you're out of prison, I have a suggestion for you. There's a YouTube channel called Brightside. I think that'd be a great fit for you. So why don't you go get a job with them? I think that would be a good place for you to go and get a job. It's called Brightside. So go Go apply for them. I think that would be a good fit for your expertise, I guess. I'm reading the live chat right now. I'm just laughing my head off. This is hilarious. Hey, bravo, dude. Bravo. That was funny. Bravo. That was funny. All right. Hang on. I got to get back to the super chats because that distracted me. All right. Here we go. All right. Olivia, thank you. So are you using your cup? Do you remember how to open it? Yes, Olivia. I know how to open the cup. Thanks so much for the 5. Kasi 5, thank you. By the way, to anyone who wants to watch the documentary, it's going to be on my main channel, Cosmics. This is my second account. Sorry to suffer. No problem, Kasi. No problem. Super appreciate you. And anybody wants to go and check him out and check out the channel, the video and everything, go check out the YouTube channel, Cosmics. Kasi, thank you for the 5. Super appreciate you. Take cover. Watch some clickbait. Oh, that was so funny. Bella, why am I crying? Because a guy gave me a $10 super chat, and the guy's name is Captain Schettino. That's why I'm laughing, because it was really funny, and it caught me by surprise. It really caught me by surprise. Danny, did I miss your super chat? Got everything, Julian. Luca, I don't see a super chat from Danny. Danny, I don't see a super chat from you. I'm not sure how far back it was, but I don't think I've missed any. Danny. Sorry if I missed it, but I don't see it in the log anymore. Let's see here. We got that one. All right, we got 5 from Lieutenant Drake. Thanks so much, man. No question, though, but Lieutenant Drake, thank you for the support. Super appreciate you, my friend. Maritime history. Hey, Historic Travels. Hey, Maritime history. How are you doing? The Titanic's 111-year anniversary to the launch is 2 days away, May 31st. Yeah, you're actually right about that. And tomorrow is also 108 years since Aquitania began her maiden voyage. Also, how's the Q&A? So let me tell you guys something else. And I can't show you this because it'll reveal the questions. But this will just give you a hint as to how busy I've been lately. I literally took 30 minutes when I had downtime at work and wrote the Q&A up while I was at work today. Like, that's literally how busy I have been, that I have to scrap for every bit of time that I can. So, I mean, luckily I've got tomorrow off, so I'll be able to focus on my work tomorrow. Okay, we got that one. We got, okay. Sorry, guys. We got to go ahead and turn on the... We went a little while without having to engage the slow mode, but I need to turn it on now. Okay, there we go. Slow mode activated. Boop. We went pretty good tonight without me having to turn it on, but we're going to do it every 20 seconds. All right. Let's see here. We got that one. We got that one. Drew, hey, Sam. After you finish the Lusitania timeline series, are you going to do a video of what if the Titanic had gotten gantry davits like her sister ship, Britannic? Interesting idea. I'm not really sure how I could do a full video on that. I mean, I guess I could talk about how, for those of you who don't know, gantry davits are these electric crane davits that the Britannic had that they added to the ship as a result of Titanic. I guess I could talk about how it kind of goes into the whole, like, my first thoughts, my preliminary thoughts on doing a video on that topic would be talking about, you know, how even if the Titanic had enough lifeboats, that they wouldn't have had enough time to launch them given the equipment they had on the ship. Because you got to remember, the last 2 lifeboats were floated off. So I'd have to talk about that, then jump into the gantry davits somehow. I'll have to give it some thought, but maybe. Let's see here. Moises, I hope I said it right. My Titanic theory is that the Titanic broke from the bottom and it began to bend, so the forward tower also bent along with the... Titanic theory is that the Titanic broke from the bottom and it began to bend, so... Oh, you're talking about the double bottom. When you said it broke from the bottom, I was like, it broke at the bottom of the ocean, huh? Like, that was my first thought. Maybe. I do, because it has to do with the way that the double bottom broke. Like, for those of you who don't know, there's a big piece at the bottom of the Titanic that's literally just, it looks like it just got pulled apart. And if it would have broke from the top down, you would think that that section of the ship would be crushed, you know, as the metal bent in. So, possible, you know, I do think it's possible that the break could have started at the bottom, but I think it would have had to be like, maybe the break started from the bottom, and then due to the weight and the strain. Like maybe the bottom was the first part to fail. But then because the Titanic was already up at about 23, 24 degrees, as the bottom broke, then it just couldn't support the strain up here anymore. And then it kind of changed. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I know that, remember, don't forget we have the testimony of Charles Joughin, everybody's favorite baker. And he talked about hearing steel beams snapping within the ship. So I don't know. There's a lot of questions there. All right, we got that one. Okay, Sam, I have a very important question. Okay, I am ready. Bring it on. Would you rather be on the Titanic while it was sinking or be on the Lusitania while it was sinking? Titanic. Titanic. Well, it depends on my circumstances. I would have a better shot at, if I knew everything that was going to happen beforehand, probably the Lusitania, because the water was warmer and I'm a good swimmer and it's not that far from land. If I didn't know what was going to happen in advance, Titanic, because I would have more time to think. Because I'm a very logical thinker. You know, before I do anything or before I act on anything, I try to go, okay, what would be the best way to handle this? You know, do I do this? Do I do this? Do I do this? Do I do this? So I think I would have a decent shot at surviving Titanic. You know, I don't know. I know what I would do if I was on Titanic is I would just explore the ship. I would explore the ship. And it would also determine, my actions would also determine if I had a wife and child with me. You know, like if I had my wife and I had a kid with me, then the first thing I would do is get them into a lifeboat. That'd be the first thing I would do, get my wife and kid into a boat. Then once I knew they were safe, I could focus on saving myself. That would be how I would handle that. So if I knew what was going to happen in advance, Lusitania, because then I could swim for it. If I didn't, Titanic. Does that make sense? Because I have more time to figure out what I'm going to do. Let's see here. We got that one. Danny, 2, thank you. It was before the wiki link. How long was your video list? Okay, sorry, Danny. I didn't see it. The only thing you have to remember about these, so the way YouTube works is if it's a $5, if it's like $5 or up, YouTube saves the chat for me in the top chat icon so I can see if I've missed a chat. But when you do the $2 ones, and nothing against them, any support is appreciated. But the way that YouTube handles them is they literally just scroll by. And then if I don't see them, I miss them. So the $2 ones they're easier to miss than the $5 ones. So sorry about that, Danny. But how long is my video list? It's crazy long. It's like I've tried to share parts of it. Here, we'll do this. Let me just copy a few and I'll share them. But it's like every time I try to share some, like the link is way too long. Here, this is, I'll jump to one part of it and I'll just copy and paste the list here. So this is just a few topics. Even this is too long. Even this is too much. Like I can't even, like I seriously can hardly share any of the list before YouTube goes, hey, you can't share that. It's too many characters. So, but it's long. It's very long. I definitely have a lot to do. Mike, what is your Discord? It's in my community page. Olivia, hi. Okay, here. 5, thank you. By the way, got several messages on Discord, YouTube, and somehow Facebook. No, Sam and I are not dating, married. I'm not his mom or sister. I don't know him. Are people really messaging you that? I guess, Olivia, you're famous on here. You know, we talk on here often, so people are curious about you. So you've made an impression, Olivia. Thank you for the 5. Hey, Sabrina, thank you for the 10. I hope you're doing well. Say hi to your kids. I hope all of them are doing well. Let them know new videos coming soon. Hope you all are doing well over there. Got you another sub. Awesome, Sabrina. Thank you. I was at the hospital for a minor procedure, and the nurse said her grandson loves anything Titanic. We even watched one of your old videos together, and she absolutely loved it. Sabrina, thank you so much. And are you okay? What's going on? You had a minor procedure? Minor procedures, I guess it wasn't that big a deal. But still, you were in the hospital. So, Sabrina, I hope you're doing okay. I hope everything is well. Tell your kids I said hi, and thanks for the sub. And thank you for the super chat. Super, super appreciate you. Okay, we got that. We got that one. Scene 10, thank you. I love your channel, man. It's so refreshing to see a young man with so much historical knowledge. I am in Ireland. I would love to meet you in Cork. I think I said that right. Cork, Queenstown. Peace, brother. Scene, thank you for the 10. And trust me, I cannot wait to come over there. I'm going to try to do that this summer. I'm going to try to make it over to Ireland and London and all that stuff. I'm trying to figure out my whole working schedule and what I'm going to do here and there and figure all this stuff out. But there's 2 places I want to travel internationally to this summer if I can, but I'm probably only going to be able to do one. And that is either I want to spend some time in London and Ireland, England, Ireland, the UK. I want to go over there. And I also want to visit Japan. I've been wanting to visit Japan for a very long time now. And I even have books learning Japanese for beginners. So I know a little bit. I fell out of it for a while, but I need to get back into it. But let me tell you guys this. Japanese is hard. Japanese is one of the toughest languages for a native English speaker to pick up. Like for the English language, Spanish is supposedly an easy language for us to pick up, or an easier language for us to pick up. But Japanese is a whole other ball game. So trust me, they have 3 different versions of the same alphabet. Well, they got hiragana, katakana, and kanji. And but yeah, I definitely cannot wait to travel over there again. I want to visit Ireland very soon. And yeah, I'm going to do an announcement when I start to head over there so I can meet some of my friends across the pond. So I definitely hope to meet you all someday. Scene, thank you for the 10, and maybe we'll meet someday soon. Thanks so much, man. Super appreciate you. Oh no, Captain Schettino is back. Captain Schettino is back. Another 10, thanks. You can always sail with me as your captain. I promise there won't be any icebergs or Edwards. Are you trying to get me to rage here? Schettino, I hate to break it to you, but Captain Smith was a lot better of a captain than you were. That's all I got to say. I don't consider Schettino a captain. No captain would act the way Schettino did. I'm sorry, you tripped and fell into a lifeboat, Schettino. I'm sorry, what? Captain Smith was a great captain. He was a good captain. Schettino, you're nowhere near in the same ballpark as Captain Smith. Just saying. Maritime history. Oh, burn. Oh, no. I wouldn't call that a rage, Sabrina. I would call that passive aggressive, I guess, or not true. Roasted. Listen, whoever you are, whoever made that Schettino account, bravo. You added a lot of fun to the channel. So thanks so much. You added a lot of fun to this live stream. That's awesome. All right. Thanks for the 10, man. Cameron 10, thank you. If you could trade the fate of any ship with that of the Queen Mary, which ship would you choose? If I could trade any ship with that of the Queen Mary, which one would I use? I'm going to assume you mean a ship that hasn't sunk. The Olympic. The RMS Olympic. But you see, I hate to say that because I don't want it to sound like, because if I say that, like I think it comes across like I don't think the Queen Mary was important. But the Queen Mary was extremely important. It was a very revolutionary ocean liner, and it did so much. And even Churchill said that the Queen Mary shortened World War II by a year. And I mean, like, the Queen Mary did so much that I don't want to take anything away from it. So I would never want to replace the Queen Mary with another ship. If anything, I would like to save another ship on top of it. Does that make sense? The Queen Mary was a revolution. Sean, not seen. Okay, thanks, Guy. Sean, sorry about that. Hi, Sean. But yeah, so that would be. I would like to save maybe the Olympic and the Queen Mary. You can't forget the Mauritania. Can't forget good old Mauritania. A lot of ships. LP Sam, why not go check out? Oh, trust me, Liverpool's on the list. You kidding? I know I didn't say it earlier, but yes, I definitely want to go and check out Liverpool. You know, like my whole idea for whenever I travel over to Europe and the UK and all that is that I wanted to do it like I go and spend a week over there and then I do a transatlantic voyage home. But I still want to do a transatlantic voyage, but I think I'd rather just take 2 weeks and then just tour a bunch of places and then do a transatlantic voyage later. I think I'd probably be better off to do something like that. But yeah, definitely. There's a lot of places over there I went. When I visited London a few years back, I only had 3 days. I only had 3 days there. Okay, we got that one. Captain Schettino, 5 again. That lifeboat was in my way, and it's gravity that pulled me. That lifeboat was in my way, and it was gravity that pulled me. Okay, so let's have a conversation here. It was the lifeboat was in. So if the lifeboat was in your way and gravity pulled you in, that still means you were trying to jump off the ship. So it's a captain's duty to stay on the ship until everybody gets off, or you've done everything you can to save as many people as possible, not change into civilian clothes and trip and fall into a lifeboat, Schettino. So I have a lot of, so by saying the lifeboat was in your way, that means you were going into the sea, you were jumping. So argument doesn't work, man. The argument doesn't work. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. Oh, this is so much fun. Oh. Well, I'm all uptight. Okay, there we go. All right, we got that one. We got that one. We got 5 from Olivia again. Thank you. Look up Brownie Wise. She did a lot for the Titanic survivors. All right, I will do that. Let me go ahead and add that to the list. Brownie Wise. Okay. Brownie Wise. Olivia, you've come a long way. You went from trolling me to being helpful for my channel. So thanks, Olivia. I do miss the trolls sometimes, though. You know what? I just had a thought. I think you knew that I would have trouble with that cup because that cup has this. Olivia sent me a travel mug, and it had this weird top on it where you have to twist it, but didn't mention that. So I'm like, why is this stuck? I don't understand. So was that your way of trying to troll me? Sneaky. I just thought of that. Olivia, thanks for the 5. Hannah 20. Thank you so much, Hannah. Super appreciate you. Let's see here. Wait, hang on. 20. Thank you, Hannah. Hannah says, hey, Sam, how are you doing? I'm doing well. How are you doing, Hannah? 2 questions. Why do you think Titanic why do you think Titanic has a huge legacy compared to the Olympic? And why do you think Lusitania has fallen into a forgotten history to the public? Good question. And I think I've touched on this before. But the thing about the Titanic, the whole tragedy itself is very unique because you've got the biggest ship in the world. You've got all these people from all corners of society. And then you have this sinking scenario that plays out where the ship sinks so slowly that there's time for all of this stuff to happen. And like I've met people before who have said that, oh, Titanic really happened? I thought it was just a movie. You know, because shipwrecks are usually a very chaotic thing. You know, shipwrecks are usually like the ship sinks really quickly or it's dramatic, but there isn't as much, like a sinking ship is a terrible tragedy, but I guess there's not a lot of a story there. Like there's not so many different perspectives on things, like what this person saw, what happened here, what happened here. The physics of the sinking of the Titanic is very unique because ships usually capsize. Titanic didn't. The heroes, the villains. There's so much to the Titanic story that it pulls you in. And then when you get hooked with that, it just, at least for me, it wouldn't let go. Now, the Lusitania story is interesting. But the thing about the Lusitania story is the whole story itself is the whole, like, what's the right way to say it? Like the entire legacy of the Lusitania, like from the moment it left New York to the sinking itself, that's all part of the story because the sinking of the Lusitania was only 18 minutes. And because it went down so fast, we don't have a ton of information about what happened at every part of the ship at these specific times. We only know bits and pieces of what happened to Lusitania. And Lusitania was so chaotic. It wasn't the Lusitania's maiden voyage. It had people from all corners of society on board, sure, but I don't know. It's not, the story itself it doesn't have the same pull, I guess, as Titanic does. I'm not taking anything away from it. It was still a terrible tragedy, just like Titanic was. But the story isn't as, I don't know. I'm not sure what the right word is. Unique, maybe? I don't know. Like the Lusitania would be classified as a ship lost in war, but am I making sense here? Just the Titanic has a very unique thing that a lot of other shipwrecks don't have. That's what I'm trying to say here. The story of the Titanic is very different. I think I'm saying that right. That's what I'm trying to say here. You know, they're all interesting. They all have incredible stories, and they're all great tragedies. But the Titanic is just, it's unique. It's unique. That's the best way that I can say that. Hannah, thank you for the 20. Let's see. Here we got that. We got that one. Sungwa 5, thank you. Make sure you visit Belfast. It's amazing. Of course, it's on the list. Absolutely, it's on the list. Thank you for the 5. Olivia 5, thank you. Brownie Wise is a saleswoman for Tupperware. It's supposed to be a troll. I see the bond roots are. Oh, you're trolling me about something. Okay, and then when I didn't check it, you just had to tell me. All right. So I have a story for you guys. I'll tell you in a second. You just made me think of another story. Sabrina 10, thank you. These live streams are great for my historic travels manga I'm drawing. Are you seriously drawing a manga? Seriously, are you drawing a manga? So many ideas. I think I have 20 pages worth at this point. I really need to finish it and said, please send me that. Oh, there's a manga. Please, can you, in the manga, can you make me, do like a big fist fight with a giant monster that says Bright Side, Captain Schettino, Aaron 1912? Like, can that be in it? That would be absolutely amazing. Sabrina, that's awesome. You're actually making a manga? That is super cool. There's a there's a manga that I like, and it's an anime. I think it's cute, but it's called I'm sure you all have heard of it. It's called Teasing Master Takagi-san, and it's like a young love story, and I really like it. Anyway, where I've been trying to learn Japanese, I ordered a manga from Japan, and this is like later after the couple gets married. But yeah, so it's just like I'm trying to read this. So it's like I read a few words, and then this is all in Japanese. This came from Japan. So it's like I'm trying to learn enough to be able to read this manga. So but yeah, so like that's really cool. I definitely want to see that. Everything, Julian. Thank you for the 5. Dan, what's a manga? Japanese comic. Okay. Oh, okay. Apparently, it's a Japanese comic book. Okay, yeah. It's a Japanese comic book for those of you who don't know. Okay. Hang on. I'm back at the. Okay, we got that one. Thanks so much for the 10, Sabrina. Everything, Julian 5. Thank you. Sam, when you visit Europe, go to Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and say hi to my grandma. Oh, wow. You have family that lives over in Amsterdam? Everything, Julian. Amsterdam is definitely on my list of places to visit as well. There's so many places. Like, let me tell you guys this. When I was on the train going from London to Paris, I was looking at my GPS, and off topic, it is literally like the coolest thing ever that you can get on a train in London, go underneath the English Channel, and come up in France. Like, that is just like, I'm about to go underwater, like on a train. Like, that's so crazy to me. But yeah, anyway, when I was on the train, I looked at my GPS, and I'm a big World War II history buff as well. And when I saw Dunkirk, like, what is it, like a 3-hour train ride from Paris, and I saw it on the map, like, I'm like, oh, do I want to take one of my 3 days in Paris and head up to Dunkirk? Like, just with what happened there and its significance with World War II, like, I really wanted to visit Dunkirk. But, oh, that's so cool. I definitely want to check out Amsterdam. Everything, Julian, thank you for the 5. And let's see here. Yenis, I hope I said your name right. 5, thank you. I guess everyone forgot who the OG of being a pro cruise captain. Haha, very funny. Yeah, Schettino's not a pro cruise captain. Okay, we got that one. Sabrina, I'll make you have a fist fight with all of them. As long as I win. Laura 5, thank you. Oh wait, Giggles, OMG, I just noticed your ceiling light. Oh, because it looks like a ship's like the helm of a ship and everything, like the ship's wheel. Believe it or not, the house came with that. The house came with that. I totally did not I totally didn't have that installed. Laura, thank you for the 5. Patrick, do you like planes? Yes. I'm not an expert with them, but yes, I like planes. Okay, we got that one. Hang on, I'm backtracking here. All right, we got 5 from Laura. Thank you. I had a Titanic board game as a kid. It was racist? Seriously? There was a Titanic board game that was racist? What happened with that? I'm not familiar with that. How so? What was the story there? And in super poor taste. Wow, that's terrible. I can't believe something like that would be made. How is it racist? Like, what's the story there? That's really terrible. Yikes. Why would you do something like that? What? Okay. That's absolutely terrible. Laura, thank you for the 5. Charles, 5, thank you. The stream is going down fast. Where's the rum, beer, liquor? Hey, Charles Yelkin! Everybody, Charles Yelkin is here! Charles Yelkin is here! Charles Yelkin is here! Charles Yelkin is here. Everybody say hi to Charles Yelkin, the world's greatest baker. Everybody, Lieutenant Director, everyone's favorite baker. Charles Yelkin is here. Charles Yelkin is here. Top impressive question mark. Charles Yelkin was the baker on the Titanic, who basically he didn't think he was going to survive the sinking of that ship, so he had one mission. The Titanic would go down with as little alcohol on board as possible. Now I'm being dramatic, but still, it was really funny. Anyway, there was another. Charles says, the stream is going down fast. Where's the rum, beer, liquor? Not here. Let's see. Surter, 22, thank you. Step bro, I'm stuck on a train for 40 hours. Seriously? Are you really on a train? What's going on there? Or I think you're trolling me. Thanks so much, man. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, here. Sabrina, but of course you'd win. Smiley face. Thanks so much. Okay, we got that one. Danny, 2, thank you. If Titanic not sink, would Britannic sink faster? Huh. Interesting. So there were some design changes made to the Britannic as a result of the Titanic sinking. I would have to say yes, because they improved the safety features of the Britannic. Because the Britannic, due to the Titanic disaster, they extended the watertight bulkheads, and the Britannic could survive with 6 watertight compartments compromised, which is exactly how many it had breached when it hit the mine, if the ship remained motionless. However, what doomed the Britannic was the open porthole windows, and the forward motion of the ship didn't help that much either. But if the ship would have remained motionless and they hadn't tried to beach it on the island of Kia, then yeah, the Britannic would have lasted longer. It would have lasted longer. But yeah, if the Titanic didn't sink, Britannic would have sunk faster. Okay, I watch anime. I know a little, but not a lot of Japanese. Not cool. Japanese is very tough to learn. The only reason I was trying to learn it was because I was going to visit Japan and everything. That was the big reason why I wanted to learn it. I know a little bit here and there. Like I know some words and some basic sentences. Like this is an introduction, I believe. And don't quote me word for word here. Hajini mashite, watashi wa samu desu. So like watashi wa or watashi o, the pronunciation gets me a little bit. But like watashi wa is like talking about myself. And then if you say anata wa, you're talking about somebody else, or anata no. It's something like that. Japanese is my brain. Whenever I was studying it, there were a lot of times where I was just like, ow. There were a lot of times I was just like, not fun. All right. Okay, we got that one. Danny, 2, thank you. Cameron, 5. Hey, Sam, do you think maybe Schettino tripped and fell into his civilian clothes too? Yes, I absolutely think that Schettino tripped and fell into his civilian clothes as well. Absolutely. Schettino tripped and fell into a lifeboat. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, so on the Costa Concordia, Captain Schettino went to his cabin, changed into his civilian clothes, then went to a lifeboat. I mean, what? Like, I can't even get over like how he. Anyway, Schettino was he was a character. That's for darn sure. You all watched my Costa Concordia video. You saw me rage. So. Scott, where is Rosie? She is downstairs. I'll show you. I'll bring her up here before the stream's over. Got that one. James, 2. Thank you. We got that one. Neff. Okay. Thank you for the 5. I have a suggestion for a timeline for a future cruise liner, the MS Achille Lauro. Interesting in terms of history of how it went down. Excuse me. The MS Achille Lauro. Okay, the MS Achille Lauro. I will go ahead and add that to the list real quick. I'm not familiar with it. but I will. Excuse me. Why am I burping so much? But I will check that out when I get a chance. Thank you so much for the 5. Super appreciate you. Olivia, 5. Thank you. Sam, you must be proud. The best YouTuber and nicest person ever is your sister. Please check out Rachel's channel. Just kidding. I love your channel. Olivia, so you know what? I was thinking to myself when I gave Olivia that compliment earlier about going from being a jokester or troll on here, a fun troll, not a bad troll, to being serious now up in the channel. I'm like, I wonder if Olivia is going to start trolling again. And boom, Olivia started trolling again. Thank you for the 5, Olivia. Terry, 20. Wow, thanks so much. Super appreciate you. Documentaries in Hollywood have a lot to do with the Titanic being so much more famous than the Lusitania. Just like Bismarck, Hood, Arizona are the most well-known sunken warships because of documentaries. Sorry, I'm late tonight. No problem. Glad you're here, Terry. I will say that I'm sure that Hollywood and all of that brought the Titanic into the modern perspective yet. It's like the Titanic went through waves of popularity. Like, it was very famous after the sinking, obviously. Then it's like it kind of died off for a bit, and I'd say that's because of the First World War. But then in the 1920s, the Titanic had its first real wave of popularity with the Olympic. You know, there were people who were sailing on the Olympic just so they could experience what the Titanic was sort of like, you know? So I would say, and you're right, you know, those movies and books and everything did have a lot to do with the Titanic's fame. And the James Cameron movie definitely brought it back to the modern light. But Titanic was always famous to higher than other shipwrecks. You know, just there's just something about Titanic. You know, there's just the story of the Titanic is so unique in how it played out. You know, it's just like, can you just, like, all of you here watching, think about for a moment what you would do if you were on that ship, okay? And you're just, imagine you're below deck and you just slowly see the water coming up the stairs. You know, it's just like the whole thing around it. It's just, it's hard to believe it actually happened. You know, there was no disaster like it before, and there's never going to be another disaster like the Titanic again. You know, it will not happen again. And it's just so unique. It's so unique. The movies and everything definitely did help, but Titanic it's definitely different. It's definitely different. Terry, thank you for the 20. Let's see. We got that one. Laura, 5, thank you. The board game you had to race the other players to a lifeboat. The characters were stereotypes. The Asian woman in the color was yellow. Oh, they did it like that? Ugh. Okay. So, like, I'm not familiar with that, but okay. I didn't even know there was a Titanic board game. Actually, I did see a Titanic board game maybe a couple of years back, but it was based on the movie, but I didn't know there was a game like that. But it was very, okay. All right. That's not good. I'm surprised they would even let that be released. When did that come out? I'm surprised that was something that they would even let come out. Laura, thank you for the 5. Let's see here. We got that one. Bella, where is our Starbucks mocha beverage? Downstairs. I just grabbed tea tonight. I was running. Seriously, I have not stopped. That's why I was so late getting up tonight. I've had so much going on, and then I got off. I had to work today, which I don't usually have to work on Sundays, but I did today. And then I had to run to the grocery store. Then I had to come home. I had to pick up Rosie. I needed to take 15 minutes to sit down and eat dinner because I hadn't eaten anything since like noon, so I was really hungry. Seriously, guys, I live a busy life. I live a very, very busy life. Okay, we got that one. Olivia, 5 again. You know, I keep giving your sister free publicity, and she has no idea who I am, by the way. The green grand staircase is so beautiful. Strongly disagree. So for those of you who don't know, during the later part of the Olympics career, the Olympics grand staircase got repainted green. Why? Why would you repaint the beautiful grand staircase green? Like, okay. Tranquility, peace and tranquility. So, but yeah, Olivia, thank you for the 5. Okay, got that one. Okay. All right. Lieutenant Drake, 10, thank you. A good maritime mystery to make a video on would be the Cyclops. It was a cargo ship that disappeared in 1918 without a trace. Would donate more tonight, but I spent a ton on You bought bagpipes? Dude, never apologize about like donating and everything. Like seriously, if you can do $1, $2, or whatever, I mean, it's super appreciated. Like just you all being here, you're supporting me. So just thank you. You know, you don't even have to donate a super chat to support me. It's just by being here and watching my content, you're already supporting me. So never feel sorry. Like, if you can donate anything, you're just thank you. Thank you. You're already going above and beyond. So thank you for that. But seriously, you bought bagpipes? So believe it or not, I've always wanted to learn bagpipes. I've always wanted to learn those. I think they sound good. I think they're a really cool and interesting instrument. But the Cyclops, I believe people have mentioned that to me before, but I'll go ahead and add it to the list again. The Cyclops. See Olympians. All right, cool. It's on the list, Lieutenant Drake. Thank you so much for the 10. Okay, we got that. We got that one. Bread 5. You should play Roblox Titanic because you criticize things. Like criticize. What do you mean? Like, I mean, I know what criticize means, but like, are you saying you want me to go in and analyze like the Roblox Titanic? Believe it or not, I have played Titanic SOS, and I play it quite a bit these days. I've played it several times. If you hang out on my Discord, I do play the Titanic Roblox quite a bit. I met the guys who made it. They wanted me to check out the game, and I had never touched Roblox before, but they did a really good job with it, you know. And there's not a whole lot that I can complain about with that Roblox Titanic, the Titanic SOS. There's a couple of little details here and there that okay, they could have gotten this a little bit right, or they could have gotten this right, but 90% of the population, unless you're really into Titanic, wouldn't notice it. Like they even have in the Titanic, the Roblox Titanic, they even have that tower section come off, which absolutely blew my mind. So, I mean, they did a really good job with it. So, I mean, if I really wanted to nitpick, I could go in and find things, sure. But, I mean, for what Roblox is, I applaud them. I think they did a really, really good job. Laura, too. Thank you. 1998. It's on Amazon. 1998, really? And it's still up on Amazon? Seriously? Ugh. I can't believe that they would have something like that come out in 1998. That's shocking. That's shocking to me. Laura, thank you for the 2. Eric, I hate the green. I hate it. Was green like was it a popular color in the 30s? Was it something that was catching on? See, I don't really know. J. Bruce Ismay 5, thank you. Wait, where'd that go? J. Bruce, I killed all of those people, and then I realized that my own ship was underinsured. Then I made the Olympic green. Okay, so I don't blame Ismay for the disaster. You know, Ismay didn't make himself look good, but he didn't really do anything. You know, like they talked about having the Titanic do a speed trial and everything, but Ismay didn't really do anything he didn't deserve the criticism he got. Now, to be fair, he made himself look terrible. You know, like he made himself look awful, you know, by sending that message through the wireless and spelling his name backwards and trying to slip out of New York. You know, I mean, he really painted a bullseye on himself, but he really didn't do anything that I would consider to be villainous. You know, not with the sinking of the Titanic, because I've looked into Ismay's story. He did escape the Titanic in collapsible sea. And there's 2 different versions of that story. One story is that he jumped into the lifeboat with a mob of people. And then there's another story that Murdoch ordered him in. But I tend to think it was Murdoch who ordered him in. Because remember, collapsible sea left so close to the end of the sinking. And you would think that if Ismay was this cowardice person or terrible person who didn't if you want to compare Ismay to Schettino, there we go. If you want to compare Ismay to Schettino, he was no Schettino, because Ismay stayed on the Titanic till very close to the end and did everything he could to save as many people as he could. Now, he did have a few panic moments, like where he got into that fight with was it Lowe? Was it Lowe that Ismay got into a fight with? So I mean, like he had his things, but during the sinking, he did try to save people. He tried to help. So he didn't make himself look good, but he doesn't deserve to be villainized. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? All right, we got that one. We got another 10 from KM. Thank you. Hey, long-time listener. Awesome. Thank you. First-time caller. Was there any memorabilia/memento that White Star Line gave to the passengers for the Titanic's maiden voyage? That I don't know. I honestly do not know about that. I know with the Olympic, they had they gave a few people there are these little cards and stuff that you can get. I actually have some Olympic cards. If you'd like to see them later, I can show them to you. But yeah, I don't know if they did anything like that. I really don't. I know they had that parchment that said written on RMS Titanic, but I'm not sure about that, KM. I wish I could answer your question better. If anybody else knows more than that, please let me know in the chat. But 10, thank you so much. John, is this pre-recorded? No, I'm live. Hannah, thank you for the 20. I need a drink. Do you know the British ferry service Stena Line? They have a ship called the Stena Superfast 8, which was launched the exact same day I was born. That's awesome. Also, what do you think would have happened if Britannic's captain was on the Titanic? I'm not that familiar with the entire track record of Captain Bartlett, but I imagine he would have handled things pretty similar to Captain Smith. I know Captain Smith also kind of gets a bad rap that he was in this catatonic state throughout the sinking of the Titanic. But I don't really believe that too much. I mean, I'm sure there were a few instances where he was in shock. But from a lot of the testimony that I've read, it seems like Captain Smith was very involved in trying to help out with the evacuation. Was it Stephenson or Woolner? I can't remember which one. I think it was Stephenson who told Smith about the A-deck windows being sealed up, the A-deck promenade windows being closed. But it seems like that Smith was very involved, And if somebody was catatonic, they wouldn't remember to go into the wireless room and let the wireless guys know that, hey, you need to get out of here. So Captain Smith was a good captain. And honestly, from what I've read about Bartlett, I think he would have done a similar job, as good of a job as Smith did. So I don't know a ton about Bartlett, but from what I do know. Hannah, thank you for the 20. Okay. Stefan, thank you for the 10. Sam, have you heard of the SS City of Milwaukee? It was a railroad car ferry that sank in Lake Michigan. People have mentioned it to me before, I believe, and I believe I already have it on the list, but I will go ahead and copy and paste it on the SS City of Milwaukee. Well, we got that one, copy and paste. All right, it's on the list. I will do some research onto that, and we'll try to get a video on that soon. Show it. Let's see, it's 105. Thank you so much. Please explain women and children first as practiced on the ship. There were many men on the lifeboats as shown in the movie. So why was that? Okay, so please explain the women and children first as practiced on the ship. Well, the whole thing with women and children first. So there was a ship. The whole women and children first thing started. What year did that ship sink? In the chat, do any of you know? The HMS Birkenhead. What year did the there's a $2 from Joshua. What if CT and Aaron 1912 met each other? They'd be best friends. But the Birkenhead, the HMS Birkenhead. I believe that was the 1800s, 1840s, 1850s. It was somewhere around there. But the HMS Birkenhead was the first instance of women and children first, And the whole idea, 1858, 1852, okay. And the whole thing was, it's the honorable thing to do, get the women and children off and into a lifeboat, and then, the men stay behind. It's the honorable thing to do. It's the man thing to do, to make sure that the women and children get off. So that was the whole mindset at the time, and shoot, if I was on the Titanic and I had my wife and child, I would make sure first that they get into a boat. That would be me, that would be what I would do. I would do the exact same thing. I'd be like, okay, women and children, you all get into the boat. And I would do everything I could to try to get as many women and children off. That's just what I would do. So that was the whole thing. It's chivalry. It's honorable. It's the thing to do. So that was the whole thing with that. That's why people did that, and I think it's the right thing, make sure that women and children get off. I think that is the right thing to do. But let's see, women and children first practice on the ship. There were many men in the lifeboats. And the whole thing with men, so that all depends on what's going on. So with the whole women and children first thing, I agree, women and children first. But then if there's room in the boats afterwards, let some men on. And then the officers on the Titanic who were in charge of that, you've got First Officer William Murdoch and Second Officer Charles Lightoller. First Officer William Murdoch was in charge of lowering the lifeboats on the starboard side, and Lightoller was on the port. And Lightoller had the opinion of women and children only, no men, period, even if there's empty seats in a lifeboat, which I think is completely wrong. Don't do that. That's stupid. And then Murdoch had the right idea. women and children first. But if there were empty seats left and no more women and children around, let's submit it. I agree with Murdoch. I think that is the right thing to do. But that was the whole thing. You know, it was like, you know, chivalry, man of honor, that kind of thing. That was the whole idea. Great question, by the way. All righty. We are at, I hope I answered your question well. All right, everybody. Wow, we are over the 1 hour mark. Okay, guys, so you know what time it is. It is time for tonight's Q&A. Are you all ready? Are you all ready for tonight's Q&A? So I really want to show you guys this. I have terrible handwriting, but I literally made this while I was at work today. It is now time for tonight, the historic travel Q. What is that? Oh, I just realized that was over there. So, one thing that I do when I'm working on videos, if I get stuck, I don't know if any of you all noticed, but over there in the far back corner, it's my avocado hacky sack. And one thing that I do sometimes when I'm stuck or I'm working on a video or if I need a moment, is I'll just walk around up here and I'll just toss the hacky sack around, or I'll just catch it, or I'll do this with it and everything, and it ended up back there in the corner. I'm like, what is that back there in the corner? I'm like, oh, it's my avocado hacky sack. But yeah, so I just really saw that. But yeah, seriously, like I spend a lot of time, like you guys don't know how, like that really does help me think. Like I'll just be right here and I'll just be like bouncing it off the roof, or just like, okay, what's next? What do I talk about next? I do that a lot. Lisa D, fidget spinner. I did shoot. I use a variety of things. And just, yeah. But anyway, all right, tonight it is now time for the Q&A. Are we ready? Oh, slow mode. Hang on, I forgot. Let's see. Copy. Slow mode is disabled. Bada bing, bada boom. Got it. No spamming, guys. Now, here are the rules tonight. As always, I ask a question. I type the word go. You do not answer the question until you see the word go show up in the chat. If you answer the question early, it does not count. I will not count it. All right? So that is the rule. And you'll hear me ring a bell too. You'll hear the bell ring. So that is how this works. Remember that. Remember it. Are you all mute maritime? Mute Maritime. Danny, last warning. You type another go, I'm going to mute you. But yeah, no spamming, none of that stuff. And mute maritime. Mute maritime. Hang on a second. Sorry, maritime. Should we mute maritime? No. Should we mute maritime? Yes or no? Oh, that is so funny. Should we mute maritime? 64% yes. Maritime, you've made so many enemies. You have made so many enemies with your ship knowledge. Don't you all dare press yes. Oh, fair is fair. Who said no? Oh, you guys are awesome. I have so much fun doing these live streams. You all are way too much. I love it. All right. We love you, Maritime. We're just joking. Edith, it's all the banter. All right. First question of the night. What method of communication did the Titanic and the SS Californian use to try to communicate with each other on the night of the sinking? What method of communication did both ships try to use? Ready, set, go. What method of communication? It wasn't Marconi radio. The radio was off. No. Up there we go. We got Vivid Racer. Wait, no, that's not right. Marconi cheese. Good. You tricked me there. The Stoned Abbot, the Morse lamp. The Morse lamp was what I was looking for. They both tried to use the Morse lamp to communicate. So we got the Stoned Abbot, Edward Liners. Dylan said lamp, so kinda. Lisa did Morse code, but I was looking for Morse lamps. Edith, Morse lamps. Wow, you got that right. Good job. CQ. Oh, Maritime History didn't get it. He said CQD. But yeah, so hey, you guys are ahead of maritime. All right. Yep, more slam. That's what I was looking for. All right. And you guys quizzed me about this earlier. On this day today, 108 years ago, there was another famous ship disaster. What ship sank on this day 108 years ago? Ready, set, go. What ship sank on this day 108 years ago? What ship was it? Maritime history, Empress of Ireland, Empress of Ireland, Empress of Ireland. Good job. Whoa, look at the chat. Look at the chat. So, maritime history, Empress of Ireland. Vivid got it as well. Tui got it. Titanic and Britannic Productions. Joshua got it. A lot of you guys got it. Good job. Good job. A lot of you got it. I'll give that a tie to all of you. Maritime history was the first one to pop up, though. Dylan, I didn't know that at all. All right. This is going to be a tough one. And for this one, you've got to be somewhat familiar with the layout of the Titanic, okay? It was thanks to the emergency dynamo that the Titanic's lights were able to remain on briefly after the Titanic broke in half. Where was the emergency dynamo located on the Titanic that allowed it to stay active briefly after the ship broke in half? Where was the emergency dynamo located? So I want the deck and its general location on the ship. Where was it? I want the deck, and it was underneath a very particular part of the Titanic. I want both of those things. Ready, set, go. Where was the emergency dynamo located? Wasn't the engine room. Wasn't the forward funnel. The power would have went out pretty quick on the boat. Between 3 and 4 it wasn't that either. Maritime E deck near pantry. Nope. Not right. Maritime, no. Wow, I think I'm getting you guys on this one. Superstructure A deck, nope, that wasn't right either. Stern, after the 4th funnel. Codename Crazy is the closest, but I'd like to know the deck. And after the 4th funnel on the poop deck, I think. It wasn't that far back. Engine room, lower hull, turbine room, no. I don't know either. Wow, did I trip you guys up? Did I actually trip you guys up? Behind the turbine room. Okay, so, all right, I don't see anybody get it. So, okay, there we go, D deck. I see the guy said D. It was D deck, but the emergency dynamo was actually located. It was on D deck, and it was right around the 4th funnel, maybe just a little bit behind it, but yeah, right in this general area right there. So it's because it was right there and it was behind the tower pieces of superstructure breaking off that it allowed to keep a few lights on here and there. And I believe they already had the emergency dynamo running before the ship broke in half. So, Silent Sam gets a point and a cookie. Awesome. I like cookies. Cool. D deck near the 4th funnel. Okay, Edith got it. Yeah, Sam got the point. All right, cool. But yeah, that always confused me. I was like, how on the earth could some of the lights have stayed on after the breakout? That always confused me. All right, let's see here. Okay. After the Titanic's crew got collapsible lifeboat A down from the roof of the officers' quarters onto the boat deck, the crew were trying to prep the boat and get it ready to be lowered over the Titanic's side. Then the survivors said a huge wave showed up out of nowhere, and it washed the lifeboat overboard and cast everybody around the boat into the sea. What did the Titanic do that caused this sudden wave to swamp the Titanic's starboard side boat deck? What did the Titanic do? Ready, set, go. What happened with the Titanic that caused this huge wave to come crashing over the starboard side? Silent Storm Studio. Whoa. It's like the chat exploded. It wasn't the first one. Silent Storm, the Titanic's list corrected itself. It wasn't the Grand Staircase. Okay, Silent Storm got it. Red, White Star, leveling of the ship. Good job. Fury, when the ship stabilized. Yeah. Air bubbles, the filling, righted itself. So I was looking for righted itself. So for those of you who don't know, what it ended up happening was, as the Titanic's final plunge was beginning, the ship had a sharp list to port, okay? So as the port side boat deck was going under, the starboard side boat deck was still clear, and this is where they were working on collapsible A. But then as the bridge was slipping beneath the surface, the Titanic suddenly rolled back onto more or less an even keel. And when that happened, since the port side was already underwater and the starboard side wasn't, it sent this huge wave crashing over the starboard side. And it really caught everybody working on collapsible A by surprise. So, good job, guys. I'm impressed. All right. Okay, this is a tough one. Okay? Are you all ready? Are you all ready for a tough one? Silence time. I did it. I finally got my first question correct. Yay, thanks. Are you all ready? This is a tough one. This is a very tough one. All right? And I'm going to give you a hint. It inspired something in the movie. All right. Da-da-da-da. All right. What Titanic passenger freed another passenger who was trapped in their stateroom on the night of the sinking by breaking down this stateroom door? This incident is what inspired the scene in the movie where Jack and Rose break down that door, and that steward comes up and goes, "Hey, what do you think you're doing? That's White Star Line property." And Jack and Rose go, "Shut up!" Like Jack and Rose do that. Seriously, I would do that too. You're seriously giving me a hard time about knocking this door in when the ship's sinking. I would absolutely lose it on that guy. I'd be like, "Shut up!" Like I would lose it. But anyway, besides that, what was this passenger's name that inspired this whole thing? What was this passenger's name? Ready, set, go. What was this passenger's name? It wasn't Molly Brown. Here come the chat. It wasn't. That wasn't it. It wasn't Quick Baxter. That's from that movie. That's from that documentary of What Sank the Titanic. That wasn't true. That wasn't true. It wasn't him, as far as I know. We got that. We got that one. Oh, there we go. I see it. The Stoned Abbot, Norris Williams. Yep, Richard Williams. That's who I was looking for. But yes, the Stoned Abbot got it right. The Stoned Abbot, Norris Williams. That's it. He was a tennis player. But yeah, Richard Norris Williams. But yeah, that's who I was looking for. Good job, man. I'm impressed. That's a tough one. Good job. That was a tough one. I am definitely super impressed. Great job. Great job. Great job. Great job. Great job. Hang on. I need to double check one thing for the next question. Make sure I got the information right. Yep, I did. Okay. All right. See? Right to remember. I have to double check things. All right. What time did the first lifeboat leave Titanic? What time did the first lifeboat leave Titanic? Ready, set, go. What time did the first lifeboat leave the ship? Wasn't 12:47? Up, Sabrina got it. 12:40. That's exactly what I was looking for. 12:40 a.m. Great job. Sabrina got it. 12:40 a.m. Great job. Great job. Codename Crazy got it too. Keith got it. Maritime got it. Cool, cool. Maritime, you've got some challengers. Man, you guys are determined to not let Maritime win, aren't you? Maritime, you're just as famous on here as everybody else. That's awesome. That's awesome. Great job. Not going to mute Maritime. Don't be like that. You all just have to... Maritime is the person you all have to try to defeat. All right, you got that one? All right, this one you all are going to get in 2 seconds. How long did it take the RMS Lusitania to sink? How long did it take the RMS Lusitania to sink? Ready, set, go. How long did it take Lusitania to sink? Edward Liners, 18 minutes, 18 minutes. Sabrina wasn't... Whoa, look at the chat. It always makes you laugh when I just watch the chat explode like this. Okay, man, these Q&As are so much fun. I love doing them. I mean, let's see who got it. Let's see. We got that one. Okay. Edward Liners got it first, 18 minutes. Brandon, 18. Lumeza, 8. It was 18 minutes. I'm guessing that was a typo. Furry, 18 minutes. Titanic Britannic, 18. Vivid, 18. Giggles, 18. Maritime, 18. Lisa D. It wasn't an hour. Great job, guys. Everybody who said 18, good job. Danny, 2. Mute him. That's an order for no. No, Schettino. You have no power here. All right. Here's another. All right. So you all have to be kind of familiar with Lusitania for this one. How long after the torpedo hit the Lusitania did it take before all of the Lusitania's power went out? So from the moment that the torpedo hit the Lusitania, how long did it take before the ship lost all electrical power? Not sink, just lose electricity. How long did that take? Ready, set, go. How long did it take for the Lusitania to lose all electrical power? Wasn't 8 minutes, wasn't 3 minutes. Oh, whoa. Ah! Let's see. It wasn't 3, wasn't 5. It sank in 18 minutes. It couldn't be that. We got that one. No. Maritime got it. 4 minutes. Good job, Maritime. Maritime history, 4 minutes. That's what I was looking for. Honestly, it looks like Maritime's the first one that got it. Yep, cool. But yeah, Maritime history got it. 4 minutes. Good job. Excuse me. All right. Next question. When the RMS Titanic was being launched, meaning it was being sent down the slipway, not its maiden voyage, what ship on the exact same day left the shipyard of Harland and Wolff? So basically, Harland and Wolff planned this as a publicity stunt. A ship left the shipyard on the exact same day that the Titanic was being launched. What ship was that? Ready, set, go. What ship was that? What ship left on the exact same day? Rob got it. The Olympic. The Olympic. Oh, a lot of you guys got it. Good job. Good job. Yeah, it was a publicity stunt. So Harland and Wolff had the Olympic leave for Southampton on the exact same day that the Titanic was launched. RMS Olympics. So Tana got it. Stone Abbott, Richard, Rob, Joughin, George, Yanis, Honda, Lisa D, Sabrina. At least you got Britannic. It wasn't Britannic, Lisa D. Good job. Good job, all of you. All right. It is time for the last question of the evening. Are you all ready? It is time for the final question of the night. I want all of you to prep for this. I want all of you to get ready. Prep up, get ready. I will give you all a moment to collect your thoughts. Stretch out your keyboard, your typing fingers. I want you all to mentally prepare yourself, okay? Take a deep breath. Are you ready? Do y'all got this? Do y'all have this? Question 10, the final question of the evening. Which officer on the RMS Titanic would later in life take a small boat to Dunkirk to try to rescue the British soldiers trapped there as the Nazi army was closing in on Dunkirk? Which Titanic officer would take his small boat to the beaches of Dunkirk to try to rescue the British soldiers trapped there as the Nazi army was advancing on Dunkirk? Ready, set, go. Which officer was this? Which officer was this? Wasn't left. Oh, Lightoller. Good job. Wow, a lot of you got it. So there was a pause and everything. Yes. Let's see here. Richard got it first. Lightoller, Stone Abbott, Charles Lightoller. Yep. Derek Lightoller, Charles Lightoller, Jillian, Dingo, Zedric, Yanis, Codename, Furry, Hi. Yep. A lot of y'all got it, but it was Lightoller. If any of you have seen the film Dunkirk, Lightoller's story is the one that you see that guy who goes on the boat with his son, and then I guess it was his son's friend or something. But yeah, that whole story was inspired by Lightoller. So listen, the people of the Titanic, they connect that whole time period a lot more than what people originally think. So, all right, everybody. Well, hey, that's it for the Q&A. Do y'all want to see Rosie before I close out? Do you guys want to see Rosie before I close out the live stream for tonight? Do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see Rosie before I close out? Let's see, Rosie. All right, give me a second, guys. Remember, this new setup, it's fixed to my desk. I can't move it, so I have to go get it. Be right back. There's Rosie. Oh, and I'm also cat sitting. You all know my sister's cat. Hey, say hi. Say hi. I am cat sitting. There's Rachel's cat. All right, there you go, baby. All right, Rosie. Rosie loves cheese. Cheese is like her favorite. Look at that. Look at that. look at that. Look at that. Rosie. She's just so patiently waiting there for her piece of cheese. All right. Here you go. Are you ready? All right, Rosie. All right. Shake for me. Can you shake? Good girl, Rosie. Ready? 1, 2. Good job, Rosie. Good job. Good job. Good job. Rosie's such a baby. All right. Are you hungry? All right. Oh, the cat's hungry. All right, everybody. Well, hey, I think this is it for tonight. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This was an absolutely awesome live stream. So much fun. I will try to finish up the Lusitania video tomorrow, so it should release sometime tomorrow. So just stand by for that. And thank you guys so much for your patience. I'm sorry my uploading's been inconsistent, but I'm going to try to get better about that as they decrease my hours at work. So trust me, guys, I'm trying here. But hey, thank you all so much for all your support. Thank you all so much for everything you all do. I couldn't do it without you. All right, everybody. Well, hey, I will see you same time next week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. You all have a great evening, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you all so much for being here, and have a great week.